guys, it's Jill, and today I'm ill. I have a story to tell. This is also my new tiny house, as I'm sure you guys have seen. If you haven't seen that video, you may click the card or somewhere up here. I can't remember which side it's on. And I am working now. So I want to talk a little bit about that first, and then I will get to the story that this super clickbaity title is all about. I was hired by one of my close friends, and she's also a client of my trainers. So we've known each other for forever, and she was like, yo, I want you to come work for me. And I was like, cool, I hate the college that I'm at, and I want to transfer to the one that's down there. Beyond that, this job is amazing. It's everything that I wanted. That's what I love doing, and this job could not be more perfect for me. So I moved in down here. I'm about an hour away from where I grew up with my parents. So yeah, now I am going into my junior year of college. Credits wise, I'm a junior, so I'll be going into my third year as a second year, if that makes sense. This job is amazing. I get to ride a bunch of different horses, from Mustang ponies to quarter horse ponies and that sort of thing, to thoroughbreds and like ex-race horses, and helping to flip them, sell them into new careers. This is a racehorse breeding facility, so they breed them, race them, and the ones that don't work out come back here, and then they get flipped or sold or whatever, and I'm here to put a few like miles on them under saddle beyond racing.
Real fast, just want to make the disclaimer that this isn't like a mass producing breeding facility. They only produce like 3 to 4 little babies every year. They're sent to a really good ethical trainer that takes the care to help the babies along. And if they're just not interested in racing, they're never forced to be race horses. And then they come back and they are allowed time to grow up a little bit more. And every time one doesn't make it at the track necessarily, they come back and then they get moved into new homes, and my boss takes the best care to ensure that they go to good homes. They won't end up at the kill buyer. She rescues tons of kill pen horses as it is, and we take really good care to ensure that they go to good homes, and should the home not work out, they're always welcome back here. So just wanted to throw that out there before I get tons of hate comments.
I absolutely love this job. Zoe is literally like 10 yards that direction, so I can literally walk outside and see her. Mila loves it because she can run around and has lots of space. I just have to keep an eye on her because she likes to chase things that run, and if horses start running, she's like, ah, friend! And I'm like, no, you'll die. So I've been riding and loving it here, and yesterday something went terribly, terribly wrong. So one of the boarders here wanted me to hop on her horse, and I was like, okay, so this is not related to my job at all. I just hopped on a horse for a friend, and my bad, I didn't ask all of the questions I should have asked, and I didn't realize how long it had been since the horse had been ridden. And you know, he's a 20-plus-year-old quarter horse, very chill. I was under the impression that he could be ridden bridleless and was good. She told me he was a little cold-backed and some bucking going on, but I didn't quite realize like when that happened, like if it was a spook or anything. It was my bad to not ask. So if anything, let the story be a PSA. Before you get on anything, number 1, put on your freaking helmet, and 2, ask all the questions before you get on a horse you've never ridden, because I didn't have all the information, I didn't ask, and it wasn't readily offered to me. I kind of just like was in a bad situation overall. The horse hadn't been ridden in 5 to 10 years, not exactly sure. I've heard different things. It was a not a great situation. The owner was like, just put on whatever saddle you want and whatever bridle. Do you want to ride him bareback? And I was like, no. So I put on my saddle, I hop on him, and didn't take him to the round pen. We didn't go in the sand arena. Both of those things I should have done. If I had known how long it had been since the horse had been ridden, I 110% would have at least 3 to 4 days like in the round pen. Like working, getting him used to like working again, moving, not just grazing and sitting in a stall. And then I would have started him lightly under saddle and not just jumped right to like riding him like he was a regular riding horse. So like I would have worked with him prior to just like stupidly jumping on, and I'm a little disappointed in myself for like not taking that extra step, but at the same time I can't ever imagine a situation in which I would know something that massive about a horse and then not tell somebody who I had asked to ride it for me.
For clarity's sake, all of this information was offered to me after I fell off.
So anyway, I get on the horse. It's Arkansas. The ground's very, very hard. We're out in this field. I'm walking him around. He's going so slow. I was like, oh my goodness. And then I asked him to trot, and it was the pokiest little trot ever. You know, I asked the owner, I was like, do you want me to go ahead and canter him? And they said, yeah. And I was like, okay. And you know, I was like, no, if there's anything bad about this, I will be notified. But nope, this is what happens when you assume.
Make an ass out of you and me.
So I asked the horse to canter, and he like does the running trot first, and I was like, no, actually I need you to canter. I asked again, and he did one canter stride, and I was like, we got this. And then he did a little crow hop, and I was like, boo, weak, lame. But it was still like, regardless of how good a rider you are, I'm not just trying to justify my incompetency here. Crow hop is gonna throw you off balance a little bit. So I kind of like was, you know, not as balanced as I would have been. And after he did the crow hop, he hit and then pivoted and then did a 180. He just like turned all the way around. I like had my left rein and I hit it, like the rein was out here, my arm was out here, and I was trying to balance on it to like push off and get myself back into the saddle, but he just kept turning and I had no chance, and then like all my weight just kind of spun and I fell off, and there's no video, so don't ask. Kind of in the fall I was like, crap, like this isn't gonna, I can't stay on, like it's not gonna happen. And then all of a sudden I was on the ground. My shoulder hit first and I was like, ow. And then kind of like the tail end of a roller coaster, you know, everything goes and it's like faster in the back. Yeah, that happened with my head. So my shoulder hit and then my head just went wham and like hit the ground so hard. And you guys, I kid you not, had I not been wearing my helmet, oh no, a helmet PSA. Because it's important. Up until that point, I thought I was a really good rider and could ride through most anything, but that was just the perfect storm of throwing me off balance first and then doing a totally dirty spin, and I just like ate it. My fault for not asking all the questions, but the one thing I did do right was put my helmet on. And I know my audience is sometimes younger or sometimes older, and you get really, really, really comfortable when it's been a while since you fell off. Like when I was younger, I used to fall off all the time, like I ate it constantly. And then as I got older, like with my last horse Bo, I didn't fall off of him until a week before I sold him. Literally 4 years of having that horse, didn't fall off until a week before I sold him. And then after that I didn't fall off for a few years until I fell off of the white horse. You guys remember I fell off and sprained my foot. I'll link to that below or up there as well. But I like sprained the top of my foot and couldn't like walk on it for a little while, and I had to ride without stirrups. It's been a year since that happened, and then I just totally ate it yesterday. And I have a mild concussion, but I'm lucky that that's all it is, because I felt real, like, I mean, the fall wasn't that bad, but my head hitting the ground, like, I was like, my whole vision went red as it like shook my head, and I was like, and I sat up and I was like, oh my god, that is so not good. And immediately I was panicking because I was like, this is my job, I work, I ride horses, I can't be concussed right now. Like this is the worst. And luckily it's just mild, so I'll be able to go back to work very soon. You guys cannot understand, and I know it's so annoying, especially when it's hot. You don't want to put a helmet on because it's very cumbersome, and you get sweaty and you're like, ugh, I get so hot when I ride in a helmet and whatever. But like there's no excuse good enough. If you truly love riding, the one thing you will do is put on a helmet, because I don't care if you do Western, if you do English, it can save your life. These horses are massive, and you know, the last time I fell off was just walking. Like I was walking and then the horse bolted and I fell off backwards because I was just bareback hacking around and I had my helmet on. To give you some perspective, because this has really kind of hit me, in 12 years that I've been riding, like my whole career, despite how many times I've fallen off, I've never hit my head. I broke my nose once falling off because I landed straight on my nose. But I have never hit my head like that before, or hit my head at all. I've always been lucky enough to fall on my shoulder or on my butt, or like just kind of rolled off or something, but I've never like hit my head. And it doesn't matter how good a rider you are, it doesn't matter how good you think the horse is going to be, it doesn't matter. I mean, I was told that this horse could be ridden bridleless and was so safe, but he was just a little cold backed. But I figured after I had been like walking and trotting him around, he was probably over that. But you know, These are stupid assumptions that I made that almost got me killed.
Okay, gonna stop you right there. So, I realize that it may seem like I'm being a little dramatic in this video, and I might be, but I mean, I'm not trying to like induce fear into the equestrians of the world or anything of that nature. And, you know, I'm not scared to get back on a horse. I've ridden several since then, and it's just a matter of safety that I'm trying to like get across, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want you guys to be like terrified to get on a horse or anything. Like, stuff happens, but it's just a matter of protecting yourself and being safe.
You know, I just want to like use my story to hopefully promote to you guys a positive message of wearing a helmet. I know that it's controversial and I got in trouble for talking about it last time, but I really don't care. That's not the point. I don't care about the backlash. I'm not throwing shade. I don't care about any of that. I just want you guys to be safe. And with Zoe, I mean, I trust her so much. And I trust her enough to go up to a massive fence and trust her that she'll jump it. I trust her that she won't take a misstep. You know, and you can trust all of these things, but still, stupid stuff happens. A bunny jumps out of the wood and suddenly you're on the ground. Really? Mila. Also, wear gloves if you want to. I got pretty scraped up in this finger here. I have like a big mark through it, and this one too, from where the rains like burned me.
I totally just realized how stupid that looks, but like it's hard to tell on the camera, but like it just like kind of like burned my skin like a rope burn, but you can't see it because it didn't like drop blood or anything. But I promise it's there. I'm not just being dramatic.
There are plenty of helmets available for any budget out there. I was riding in my Charles Owen Pro 2 helmet, but I will have to buy a new helmet now because I don't know if you know this, but if you fall off in your helmet, you're supposed to buy a new one because it can damage the way that it distributes the shock. Because I fell and hit back here, but I felt it around my whole head, and back here isn't really even sore. My neck is sore, my arms are sore, my ribs are sore, and everything from hitting the ground is sore, but I'm walking away with a headache instead of not at all. So I just want to share this message to you. No shade at anybody with your opinions about helmets. Just please take my advice and like respect your life, respect your horse and your family, and be safe. We take such good care of our animals with veterinary care and the best equipment, and you know, brushing and grooming them every day and trying to make sure that they're safe by checking the footing and the jumps and making sure they're prepared. But we also have to take care of ourselves. You need to take the safety precautions and be responsible for your own life. And that's my message. Sorry this isn't like a brilliantly interesting video and it's more of a lecture. Yesterday could have been the end, and it was very scary for all of my friends and family that were just like, what? I mean, I'm not bashing the horse or anything. I would have loved to have been more fair to him and giving him the time he needed to be brought back into work. I just didn't know, and I didn't ask. So make sure that you ask before you get on a horse. Ask all the questions. Ask if they have any nasty habits. Make sure you're not being lied to, and just put on your helmet. And that's pretty much it. I'm happy to be sitting here filming this video for you guys, and I will always stand behind that message. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to click the little bell button so you get notified when I post these videos, and make sure you click like always notify, not sometimes, so that you'll be notified. I barely post anyway, so might as well just get notified all the time. But yeah, I've got a few videos coming your way, so be sure to check those out. Stay tuned, and thank you guys as always so much for watching and supporting me and hearing out my stupid lectures. And I hope that you all hashtag mind your melon, because this is all we got. These don't matter. This matters. You can ride without the hand, ride one-handed, but not without your head. You no headless horsemen, okay? Please be safe. I love you guys. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye! Also, you may be asking, Jill, are you wearing a Cody Co sweatshirt? Yes, I am. My dog's eating flies, but yes, this is my sweatshirt. Not sure where my lighting is orange, but we're gonna roll with it. Okay, goodbye!